Welcome, guys, to another episode of Decisions. I'm your girl, Mandii B.
Mandii is geeked, y'all.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Geek. We had a great photo shoot today. I woke up at 5 a.m. for this. I'm over it, but let me tell you how over it I am. Yo sent you flowers. Mine heard me getting upset on the phone and said, "I'm flying down there."
Oh,
Yes,
that's cute.
It's cute, but like, I'm stressed.
No. I ain't even gonna hold you. So I just spent 2 days with my boyfriend. We were working on the West Coast. And so after our shoot, we just had a 5-hour cover shoot. Yo, we're cover girls.
I love the hair with the...
We'll give you guys updates on that when we can. But so I get a call. I said, first off, who this? I ain't answering 678-404. None of these numbers, because who the f is you calling? Anyways, I answer it. We had just enough time to eat before we came to the studio. And so I'm at the Ruth Chris getting the stuffed chicken, because that's what I order. And this person calls me and is like, I have a flower delivery for you. And I'm like, a flower delivery?
So cute.
So where I live, can't find it. So I'm like, you know what? Come to Ruth Chris and drop these flowers off. So I'm talking to our manager, Alex, and I'm like, I noticed ain't showing out.
Oh, wait.
I literally say, listen.
For the audio listeners, let me... Smells beautiful.
Oh, they fresh. White flowers, mind you.
Lilies and
roses and all the things.
And it says, Mandii, you my...
That is not what it says.
Okay.
It says, my cover girl. Mind you, he tags it AB because he's like, I know you like to post on the internet.
Activate.
I know I'm Activate. So the last time he sent me flowers, they didn't have the note. So he's like,
is this my...
No. He was like, what the do you mean they didn't have the note? And I'm like, I ain't seen no note. So I'm glad you told me to go.
You know this feeling about that accident.
He's like, what do you mean there was no note? I specifically signed it Activate because I know you be on the internet and you want to post it. So he literally is like, he signed it Activate specifically the last time he sent me flowers because he know I be posting on the internet.
Let me say, Activate, I don't know if you listen to the show.
No. He don't.
Well,
I told him he can't.
He lying.
No.
I'm gonna tell you right now, you're starting strong.
No.
We've got 2 flowers in 30 days.
I'm not gonna lie, almost too strong to it. So I'm at dinner and I'm like, I just noticed did not send me no flowers. So I get the flowers. Mind y'all, if you guys are not on Patreon, subscribe because I give y'all the tea, patreon.com/horrible decisions. In Vegas, when he tried to get jealous at the other hitting my line,
right? I
literally told him, I'm nominated and walking a red carpet and my homegirl brought me flowers. You didn't even bring me flowers.
Yeah, I gonna hold you. He gonna spend that $69.99 at 1-800-Flowers forever.
When I tell you, he sent me flowers. Y'all heard a couple weeks ago when he came to see me in Atlanta. And now to get these, I literally called him like, you showing out.
Honestly, getting flowers at Ruth Chris while you have mad makeup on, it's just like, who the fuck is...
I was like,
Beyonce.
I literally called him like, you is showing out. Thank you.
That was really sweet. And honestly, I think it really just goes to show,
if he wants to, he will. Hold on, that's the name of this episode. Do you know what's crazy? If you guys, and this is not an ad because we done already got our check, but one of them days with Keke Palmer, and they started the first dialogue. I don't know if y'all ever read the script. If you watch it, because now it's streaming, the very first line that said, if he wants to, he will.
They started in a diner.
While they're sitting at the diner, it's 2 other people having a conversation. And when I tell you that stuck out to me, almost crazy. Like a sign. If he wants to, he will.
Oh, he will.
Mind you, the conversation, like when I told him, like, yeah, there's other that want me. Like, we had the conversation about all that. And I think he told me, he was like, I felt like I was going to lose you if I didn't step up and do the things you said you wanted. And he doing
Be that scared. Be very afraid.
He's losing me. So I'm just like, woke up. He adores me. We're watching the season finale together of Paradise. And I'm just like...
How do you watch it together?
So
You press play at the same time, like a plane?
Yes. So we'll text each other. So last night we were supposed to watch it when we landed, but his flight got delayed, mine got delayed. I said, babe, I have a whole shoot day tomorrow.
Yeah.
Not staying up. Let's watch it tomorrow. And so I text him and I'm like, let's watch it tomorrow. So how we watch a show together, because I said we have to watch shows together, we'll tell each other when we're going to start because we're 3 hours different. So we have to make sure we're both at home. So I'll be like, okay, tell me when to start. And I'll be like, okay, talk to you in 57 minutes.
Oh,
and
that's so cute.
We'll press play at the same time. We'll text each other through.
Didn't you say there was a dude you went on a date with that had an
First
app?
off, why are you bringing up another?
No,
girl, I'm not talking about the one I'm dating right now.
No,
Don't disrespect him.
It was a computer program.
There is a computer program. So I did have a virtual date where basically he was given a code. If you buy a movie, you share the code and you're able to watch it at the same.
That's fire.
Oh, it was fire. Oh, not only that, he sent me like
I'll do that with my his career.
He sent me snacks to watch it with him.
So cute.
But we're not gonna talk about another right now because I got a boyfriend. So
you think your ex-boyfriend's watching this and listening? Or you don't want to tell that?
You already know. Okay, since by the way, friends have suggested not to share this.
Oh, then don't.
No. They only suggested because he's a narcissist. So he may, I don't know what he would get from this, but I didn't respond yet. And it's because...
Why would you?
Hold on. So can I tell... Okay, so let me tell y'all the backstory. So Weezy and I were in the studio in New York, bulking.
One day after I said...
Hold on.
You got to say...
So Weezy... So we did back-to-back days, right? Actually, we did 3 days back-to-back. So Weezy and I are in the studio... And we're both like cheesing. Oh, we got boyfriends. Hopefully y'all still stay here because y'all hate when we happy. Anyways, so she's like, you know what? I wonder which one of our exes is going to hit us first. And so we're sitting here having this conversation. I'm like, bitch, I don't know. The next day we go into the studio. We record 2 episodes. We're on our last one. Bitch, it is 3:38 p.m.
That was so crazy.
I say, bitch, I know this ain't what the fuck I think it is.
The shit I say come to manifest.
Hold on.
I'm doing women get a $100 million deal.
Hold on. No.
Will it happen the first day or second day we find out we're a New York Times bestseller?
Thank you. Keep going. What else you want to manifest? I like the New York Times bestsellers. Y'all no holds barred to do a manifest on sexual exploration.
What stress-free this tour gonna be?
So anyways, we're recording. Bitch, my heart sink.
Fuck, nigga.
I get a fucking email from my ex. Now listen, I don't know if the nigga in the blogs, if he's a patron, if he saw my Instagram live gagging about my new boyfriend. I don't know what it is, but literally while I'm in New York, probably a week after I announced that I'm in a relationship, I get an email. Should I read it? I could go through it quick. Only because Weezy real messy. We probably shouldn't do this, but we gonna do it anyway.
Just read, just cliff note it.
No. I can read through it fast.
Oh no, we want the whole
long, bitch.
Wait. Are you sure you want to do this?
And because I'm gonna tell you, because I'm not responding now, I'm gonna respond publicly because he's probably listening, probably watching.
Oh, you guys are so
we
welcome.
are going to respond to my ex publicly. Are you ready? By the way, Dwayne, maybe put the violin music to the back of this. Let's sound design this shit.
You know what? I'm going to say sorry.
No,
but you know what I'm not sorry about? The fact that you lied about having cancer. Because I'll never forget that.
Listen.
Keep going.
Subject line. Gratitude. Oh, bitch. Hey, I hope this finds you in good health and happiness. I'm sitting in deep reflection about our time together, and the word quote unquote gratitude keeps coming to the forefront of my mind. I'm grateful to have you enter into my life at the time that you did. I wasn't whole when you met me. I sincerely appreciate the love that you shared with me. I didn't know that I needed it at the time. I continue to pray that my presence in your life will be more than a wound that doesn't heal.
Pray.
There are many things that I wish I did differently with you and I. It's ironic that you introduced me to the nude beach because I've always been a man who was too afraid to fully reveal myself to others. You gave me courage to grow in a way that I doubt I would have ever. Instead, I probably would have taken my fears to the grave with me. Although I am still an introvert who keeps his deepest pains and fears to himself, I am trying to be a better man to the world. Although you are decades younger than me, you are light years ahead of me in living fearlessly. Please know that there were many things that I was too afraid to share with you at the time and even now. My coping mechanisms were never righteous or honest. The wake of pain that I left behind makes me ashamed more than you could ever imagine.
That is nigga
Please know that you are loved, you are appreciated, you are beautiful, you deserve the best.
I wish I heard this.
You left a void in my life because you are one of a kind. Gratitude is how I will forever remember you from this point on. Sincerely, blank, keep shining. So I would like you to know, blank, that I sent this to my current partner. And we had a conversation about it.
Oh my God, you did.
I did. I sent it to my therapist. And I sent it to two of my dearest best friends. Shout out Antoinette. Shout out Crystal. And honorary shout out to Britt. So I sent this to the people as well as read it to the room when you sent it. And the consensus was that you heard that I was finally happy. I want to share too that many times in our relationship, you said that I would never find better than you. Got him.
Nigga, what a job.
So my response to you, mind you, I battled with responding to this email for days, but I was so busy, didn't even have the time, let's be honest. We were traveling, working, all the things.
That was my first reaction too. I think he knows.
So I don't know if you know that I have someone right now that completely adores me, that we spent time getting to know each other, that supports all of my endeavors, that supports me and only wants to see me rise and climb. But my response to you is, thanks, but no thanks. I have found the person that you thought I would never find. And I want you to know that I always deserved what I thought I deserved, that you were always incapable of giving. And with that said, Weezy, what's your catch up?
That was tea.
I feel like though, not you grabbing the tea from me. Bitch, that was not a part of my outline.
I didn't say it. I said...
No, it's too late. No, you knew what you were doing. Bitch,
No,
you were
I
producing.
thought we were just going inside
no,
joke
bitch,
laugh.
you were producing. It's okay. Anywho, don't email me again. I will never be with you again, and I deserve the world. And if anything, the thank you was a thankfulness and gratitude that I saw everything that I don't deserve. It's just a little too late, a little day, and I can't wait.
Let me tell you, niggas hate when a bitch get fine, skinny, and rich.
Oh, because let's be very clear,
And
I
happy.
definitely was getting away with his ass. But
You were?
can we also talk about the spidey senses?
I don't think you were.
Oh, no. When I look back at our pictures, I had love weight on me with that nigga, but also pandemic weight. So probably wasn't even love weight. Nigga, it was pandemic weight.
Maybe because you were with him so long, you lost weight.
I lost weight and gained weight again, but the spidey senses of it all, you're right. It's either spidey senses or he heard it. Do you believe spidey senses exist?
I think 100% if I had an ex that I could have access to see what they're doing and what they're up to romantically every week, I would.
You would?
Yes, I would. I don't think I would do it for a long time, but if I miss you, I'm gonna just look.
Bitch, we broke up a year and a half ago, almost 2 years ago.
That's not that long ago.
Maybe
for the amount.
Maybe
And
it's 2 years.
You talk about him often. Whenever you're angry about it, you want to vent about it. So I would want to know what they're saying about it.
Not only that, you ready? And I know some of you bitches sucking his dick listen to this motherfucking podcast because you raggedy ass bitches. No. I'm so scared to bring my partner out to where a fan sees him because he cheated on me. 4 of the bitches, 3 of them were fans, to where they were like, I can't believe you were with her. And then he had the nerve to say, they're not really your fans. They don't like you because they're sucking your dick and they're confused why you love me. Yeah.
Girl, you already know. I'm gonna cut. I cut that out of that episode because
wait, did you?
I did.
Wait, but now don't share it now.
But basically, it's just that whole energy of like, why not me? You know what I'm saying? And I realized like feeding it really is the problem because I really am happy, but sometimes I'm just bored and I feel like cussing these hoes out. But wait, what's up with me? Oh, fun story. Let me. Oh, do that noise again, Mandii. I have a story for you, buddy.
Wait, did you hear me fucking?
Girl.
No.
So,
no.
Mandi's,
so sorry.
We had a gig in Denver. And it probably is out now, right?
No, it's not out.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wait. It's out now. You guys can catch us on We Got Time to Talk?
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
We Got Time Today.
We Got Time
on
today.
Tubi. That was so much fun.
Tubi, we were with Deion Sanders and Roxy Diaz.
Spoil us. Tubi, who would have known they could spoil a bitch?
Listen.
So they had business class flights, 2 flights, some ground transport, and some ladies. So anyway,
and a sweet bitch.
Hello. So basically, Mandi's man is in LA, so it makes so much sense to
I didn't give a fuck. By the way, you say that, I didn't give a fuck that nigga was in Timbuktu. If he was in Europe, all I knew was I had 2 flights on somebody else. I said, babe,
come on,
clear your schedule. You're coming to Denver.
Well, so what happened? Oh, yeah. Mandi had time.
I was so mad they put your room next to mine, bitch. I was so mad.
I was very confused. I was like, what the fuck? So anyway, but luckily, so my flight's at 5 a.m., right?
Oh, you are?
So I fell asleep around 10. Right before I go to bed, I said to my nigga, by the way, I didn't even tell you, Mandi's room is behind me. And he said, so? I was like, her man's with her. So he starts laughing. He's like, what do you think? She about to be loud? And I was like, yeah, I do. I wake up at 1. No, maybe not 1. I woke up at like 11:30.
11
You can't hear that much in this video.
Wait, you did not. Bitch, you did not.
You really can't.
You did not.
Mandi, you woke me up. So I just took a video of me laughing.
You hear it? No. Look at me laughing.
You can't hear much. I just think I heard you come. And then you fell out. But I went right back to sleep. But I had to because I was like, bro, this is so funny. Because right before I fell asleep, he's like, man, you ain't gonna wake up. Just sleep. Girl, I heard Mandi's orgasm. I honestly woke me up.
No, it didn't. Don't do that.
On my mother,
you
woke
are
me up.
So dramatic.
Well, let me say this. You can hear through the wall.
If you didn't have a 5 o'clock flight, we would have woke you up. We were louder in the morning. At night, bitch, we fucked. When I tell you I was so tired, mind you, we started watching Men in Black.
Tired.
Well, because there was no Netflix, there was no nothing. So, bitch, I was like, okay, let's watch Men in Black. All I know is I say, and this is the funny part. Bitch, I fell out. That nigga was up 3 hours after me. I was so tired.
I know.
Because I had just spent 3 days in New York. I was so exhausted. I was really trying to be quiet.
I don't think so.
Okay, damn. Excuse me.
At one point, I was like, oh, she's doing this on purpose. She's talking to the wall.
Because I literally was like...
But the bed is right by the bed.
You know what I was hoping? Because I don't know if you...
thought they'd be flipped?
No. Because you needed to check in. You had a regular king bed. You didn't have a suite, right?
I had a threesome with you guys. That's how I was.
I was hoping that there was a living room divider and your room was on the other side of the room.
Oh, you had the suite.
I had the suite.
Because I didn't wait for it.
You didn't wait for it to check in. So I was like, we should be good because if it's like this, there's a whole living room. I did not think you was going... I was praying until you
I heard it back. But no, it was funny. I'm trying to think. Oh, yeah. I was just thinking with the whole, if he wants to, he will. Something that I really am starting to sink into. When my friends are having issues with their partners, and I know I'm in a new relationship, but we've been dating for a minute now. But still, when my friends are having issues, when I've had issues, it's really just because niggas ain't showing the fuck up.
Mm-hmm.
So to know I'm feeling distressed and you just like, okay, well then I'm going to be there. I'm telling you, friends do this and we see them do it effortless.
Yeah.
Effortless.
Yep.
My friends would jump on a train, plane. They'll sit on FaceTime with me.
Yep.
But for some reason, in the past, we just struggle.
With romantic partners showing up that way, right?
Why is it so hard?
It's not that... So I do think that the mental capacity is different between men and women. I do think that, not to gender war this shit at all, but I also think that friends have the I was here before, I'll be here after. I think our friends have seen us through multiple relationships, have seen us grow, have seen us change. A lot of times our romantic partners don't know the evolution of where we were to where we've come to.
Mm-hmm.
And so I just think our friends are more forgiving in our evolution, especially romantically with other partners. Because first off, we've all been with fucked up niggas. I'm working through friends with fucked up baby daddies, with ex-husbands, with all of the navigating of their romantic partners that they have. Your romantic partner right now just knows how you've shown up with him from the beginning and how you continue to show up for him and only what you share with him about your past. But he doesn't really know the evolution of really how much you've grown better than your friends do?
I think the friends aspect of it, though, it's like, so I think there is a hierarchy. Like, I'm not religious, but let's just say it like this: God, yourself, your spouse, your family, friends.
I love this hierarchy switches for everyone.
Right. I'm saying this is how I think people consider it.
Okay.
You put God first, you put yourself, then your partner, then your then your kids, whatever. They say husband first. We'll talk about that later. And then friends. For me, what I'm realizing is that I think friends have become family. I'm an only child. Like, they just seem to get it. And for some reason, I felt like I was begging in the past for niggas to get it. And I would put men and women I've dated in this place of, hey, like, we're sticking in it now. It's us. And I think it was not that it wasn't like, it just wasn't instinctual for them. Whereas now I see that it is. My problems are his problems, like, all the way. I see it every single day. It could be a work problem. What do you want me to run and do? How can I help you?
Yeah.
And the vice versa, right? At this phase in our lives, his entrepreneurial ventures allow for more free time where mine don't. And so he literally said to me, like, yo, if me being on set with you makes you feel better and that's the way we got to spend time together while you're in this phase of your life, cool. I'm going to do this with you. But I don't think I've really had men that will do it for me. My friends, for some reason, would seem to go to the end for me where men wouldn't. And maybe I just wasn't dating partners that had it. I don't know. But I would say I am very needy when it comes to emotional things. And so I have friends that can scratch that itch. Not all of them. Friends that'll coddle me if I want it. Vinny's not a coddler, but he'll always show up for me, right? As far as partners, I really should have been looking for someone that gets it. That knows if I like to be a big baby, it doesn't bother them. They enjoy caring for me. Because some niggas might complain. Oh my gosh, she does this and that. My man likes to man up in those moments. Not every man likes that. They consider it a burden.
Right.
So whereas, like, we could shade it, there's someone that wants to take care of you like that. And I really believe you have to look for the strengths in someone where you fall short at. And we talked about this on a You Got Decision episode lately, where I said you can't have the same vices.
Mm-hmm.
I think you have to balance the strengths and weaknesses. Just like extroverted people do good with introverts. Like, it's almost instantaneous that, like, it feels good, right? I think when I've dated, my ex was very extroverted. You know that. I think that's why we clashed. He didn't know how to, like, come back and balance.
I mean, to me, the men that I have ended up leaning towards the most, not only with my ex, but just even during my 20s, non-flashy, introverted, quiet. Did I say not flashy? Because I hate flashy niggas. But they've all been completely opposite of me and have found to be, like, just enamored by how I can exist in a room. And me and my boyfriend talked about this in Denver. He was like, do you know what I love about you most? Which, by the way, we had the conversation. I said, just so you know, nigga, I ain't saying the L word first. He said, oh, I know. You think I don't know? You don't want to say it first? I know. Oh, I told him. I said, I ain't saying the first thing. I said it last time, not saying it again. Fuck that. But he said, you know what I really love about you most? I said, what? He was like, how self-sufficient you are. And I don't know if it's because of our age difference, but in my last relationship,
not the Why You Need Me to Need You chapter.
If you read No Holds Barred, I end the chapter with how proud I am that I could choose partners because I want them. And at the demise and end of my last relationship, he felt difficulty realizing or figuring out where he fit into my world because I didn't need him. And to have my boyfriend this weekend say, hey, it's what I admire about you most. He's like, I know that if I can't do this, you're going to have it. But everything that I give to you, he said, everything I give to you as a person in this relationship is just on top of the things you need. I can show up in a way that shows up. And he said, I can just service you. And I was like, do you know acts of service is my number one love language?
Oh, that's right. It is.
Acts of service right now. So he's like,
now, what's his love language?
I will say, I think it is physical touch. based on us being together. However, when we're away, and I want to confirm this, I think the way I show up, I ended up just sending him things. He has a movie dropping, and it's a lot, big production company, big cast around him. And he's like, it's like my anxiety, da da da. So I'm talking him through, and I was like, I think you have imposter syndrome.
Affirmation.
So I think words of affirmation right now, like I sent him things about imposter syndrome. I said, listen, I've been there. I want to help you work through this because you need to be able to show up through the premiere of this movie. And I think you deserve to be here. We talked about it. Because there's multiple cities. So it depends. It depends. It depends which city. I'm waiting for the New York dates. We have the LA dates. I'm hoping for San Diego. He doesn't know if he's going to South. Like, there's so many things. We don't know where all he's supposed to be. But I'm like, you worked hard. You deserve to be in these rooms. You're there for a reason. Can you not sit here and let your anxiety take over? And so he's like appreciated that I can come to him about that. So
see what you got a nigga that's got an ambition, bitch.
I love an ambitious nigga.
Me too.
Way different from being with a retired nigga.
I will say though, I've had decent. They've been decent. My ex was very successful at his corporate job, and he really was trying to see a design company through. It's so weird. I must have a type because this one's good at interior design, and he, buys homes, and I'm like, what is up with me liking an art nigga? Just a nigga that knows a motherfucking color.
An art nigga? Do you know you?
But no,
of course you're
just looking at them.
Of course, an artsy ass nigga is your type, bitch. Fuck you mean you have a fucking septum ring?
Okay, so anyway, no holds barred. You guys already know we're trying to get on the bestsellers list, and boom, I'm gonna read a quote from the book. We're gonna just dive into it and just give our opinion on it. This is from one of my chapters.
Love it.
So it says, he stopped me and said, listen to me. You are always going to fuck me. Do you hear me? You about to fuck me all the time. This pussy is about to be my shit. And we gonna be fucking all the time. On the first time he entered me. I never had anyone say that. That feeling of being that wanted had me looking past a lot of shit. A man in his 40s with no real serious relationship history or kids. A man in his 40s who's getting fucked up every weekend, known on the party scene, and who's running around with a 27-year-old me. Hello, red flags. And here are the 3 red flags I should have noticed. History of short-term relationships, avoiding emotional intimacy, and partying excessively. My question to you is, if a man doesn't have a long-term relationship and goes out a lot, when I think back about what I wrote, yes, I do think they are red flags, but do they really matter? Like, if a nigga really had never had a long-term girlfriend, is that really a problem?
Do you know what's crazy about that? I'm that person you're describing. So me and my boyfriend just had this conversation because even though I have him by 8 years, I was like, when it comes to this relationship shit, you're more experienced than I am. He's been in 2 previous long-term relationships.
Okay.
And to me, even with us being together now, I was like, I looked at that as a red flag. I said, so nigga, are you a serial dater?
Oh, right.
I said, how the fuck you been in 2 long-term relationships at your age?
I don't think it's, I only think it's bad if the woman was that close in time from you.
I have you by 8 years. And like
26 is not a crazy age to have 2 long-term relationships. Long-term to me is more than 2 years.
You ready? I got in my first real relationship at 30.
Okay, that's you.
My point, but it's
actors as emotional.
I don't know, maybe, but I was just like, to me, it could be.
But a history of short term is not good.
It could be, but it could be a red flag that you've jumped from one relationship to another. If you are, say you're 30 and you've been in relationships to where you're now dating at 30 years old, and you're sitting across from someone and the person that you're talking to, you say, yeah. So I've been in 3 relationships over the last 10 years. One was 4 years, one was 3 years, another one was 3 years. To me, it's a red flag for someone to also be a serial dater. Because I want to know,
you've had some single years.
Are you able to be alone?
Right.
Have you gone through your whole phase? Are you somebody that is is content with yourself, or are you codependent?
How funny is it that we really want somebody to go through a whole phase?
I want someone to also just be able to sit with themselves. I don't want someone to feel like they need to be up under me.
Oh, I got some tea on the fun girl shit.
Uh-oh.
We had a clip a few weeks ago about, do men marry the fun girl? Do they care what society thinks? Homeboy called me who's married, engaged. And he was like, bruh. He's like, I saw a comment you left on there.
Okay.
I hope he's not offended. Nah, he won't be. His girl's cool. He was like, you said that these wives are the fun girls. He was like, you already know how I'm my bitch. And they met at a Afties.
Okay.
They was all fucked up. They was fucking going crazy, wilding, smoking, drinking. And he's like, yo, like, I think if the fun girls pass a certain age, they just having a great time and waiting for love. Like, I think girls can go out, have a great time, be, you know, not even in the streets, but just like, go enjoy your life.
Yeah.
Till I show up. And he literally was like, because I hate a bitch that's in a motherfucking house. Like, bitch, you could be fucking niggas every weekend. You're no better.
You invite him niggas over, drinking tea and Hennessy.
Hello.
Watching the Netflix.
And he
said,
said,
little robe and lingerie.
I wanted to share this for the single ladies because I said, tell me what about her fun girl shit didn't bother you. He said, well, we shared some stories. And I will say, and this to me is a society thing. He's like, all her little hoe shit was before we moved to the same city. So I didn't really feel like I'd have to run into them niggas. Which in the clip, you were saying men care what society thinks. So society, community. Yep. He's like, I didn't really feel like I'd have to run into them niggas. He said too, the most attractive thing about me to her to me was if I had to be in a city for work or whatever, she'd be like, oh, my homegirl live out there. Like, let me know, I might pull up. And he was like, and it was just such an independence. Like, I didn't need to like hold her hand through life. He was like, I loved knowing we could both meet in our 30s and this bitch done did some shit.
Oh, we just had this conversation. I said, if you come with me to work or I come with you to work, hopefully it's a city that I know someone. If you have to be on set, I'm gonna let you know I'm going to link my homegirl. Let me know what you've done being out with your little actor friends. Like, I think that it's great, but I think when you get older, there's a sense of existing within community, friendship, professional, that becomes separate. I think in your 20s, you look for someone to make you whole and for someone to come so much of a unit that when you're in your 30s and 40s and beyond, you're able to be like, just come in, make me better. We can enjoy things together, but we're going to have other things we have to enjoy separately as well.
Now, you ready for the third thing?
What's the third thing?
This going to be a testy one. Because my questions are like, what made you want to lock it down? This one, I feel like niggas ain't going to like. But this is coming from a man, late 30s. I'll just say that. I don't want to give too much. But well-seasoned in the dating game and a man that a lot of women want. He said his current fiance made it very clear he was not the only man she was dating.
Which is what I just did.
And she said, hey, if you decide that like at some point you may want to take this relationship to another level, we need to have a conversation about that because I have commitments with other people too. Bitch! I remember when he told me this, but he doesn't remember telling me, but I do. He was like, well, this hoe trying to tell me she fucking other niggas like I get like acting like he didn't really want her like that. And I'm like, oh, when you told me about it, you was just like, I don't give a fuck, bitch. And he was like, oh, of course I gave a fuck. Like, niggas is sweating over there when they find out you have someone else piquing your interest.
Did I tell you about the birthday gift? And discussing it with my boyfriend? He said, I know you told me a nigga got you a Dior bag to rub in my face. He said, you said that to make me mad. Okay. And I was like, I didn't say it to make you mad, but you ain't give me a birthday gift. Let's get into reactionary.
Okay. Oh, no, I got a hypothetical.
Oh, hypothetical to this. Let's do it.
Hypothetically speaking, really simple one, but it's a good one.
Okay.
Would you rather be wealthy, but only be able to walk everywhere?
Okay.
Or be broke and be able to travel however you want?
First off, how the fuck I'm gonna walk from here to New York? Bitch, what type of walking is we doing?
So basically...
Okay, so here we go. I'm gonna bring back a horrible decisions answer and say I'd rather be broke
and fuck my way too.
Be able to travel wherever.
Me too.
And this pussy gonna do its thing.
Because I don't want to build a compound.
What are we talking about?
And now I have to walk to the club?
Wait a second. Walking everywhere
to a nice
is nuts.
restaurant?
Mind you, hold on. No. Let me tell you. New York spoils us. It makes you believe you can walk and get places. I'm in Atlanta now. It'll say 7-minute car ride. So I'm like, oh, bitch, let me see. Bitch, 51-minute walk.
I know.
Like, what the
I
fuck?
think it's the up down.
I don't know what it is. It ain't that terrain
No,
here.
the last time I stayed at the
It
W
ain't that-
down here.
It ain't that hilly.
Went to a Starbucks, bitch. It was a uphill, and it has
not
a little
uphill.
staircase, like
You
climb.
you want to know what the problem is? You don't go above Midtown. Because, bitch, if you went up to the Heights, it'd be hilly up in the Heights.
I don't even know what that is.
Washington Heights? Dykeman?
I thought you meant...
No, I'm talking about New York now, bitch.
Because Atlanta has a Midtown. Okay.
Girl, I'm talking about the Heights in New York.
Oh, yeah, okay.
It's hilly up there.
I know.
All I know is it go from 7-minute drive to 51-minute walk. Bitch, who you thought?
Do you know that I genuinely, not even in like the most cunty way, it's Brooklyn or nothing.
It's barely cunty for you, for sure.
It feels far. If I live below First and First, why am I going into the hundreds? I'm going to go to Brooklyn.
That sounds, okay. Continue with your cuntiness.
Anyway, though. Okay, reactionary. I saw this clip, and Mandii and I talked about it a few days ago.
In this clip, bitch.
Yeah. But I was surprised at your reaction. And
you know my reaction?
We talked about it in the car. I was like, did you see this?
Okay.
I feel a few ways. I talked about the hierarchy.
Girl, play the clip first, and then let's talk about it. Play the clip again.
With a child.
Yes.
You and your husband and your child go out on your sailboat.
Okay.
The sailboat gets struck. It's sinking.
Yeah.
Who are you going to save? The child or your husband?
Look, I would choose my child's father because we can make more children.
What? That's insane.
Man.
I mean, it doesn't matter how many times I've listened to it. She says it. Here's the thing. She doesn't hesitate. She doesn't like ponder. She says it with her full chest. She's choosing the father of her child.
Oh, one thing. If I'm that kid, I'm not getting on a sailboat.
You think? I just don't understand how you could live with yourself after you let your child drown. She said they can have more. That's insane.
Okay, one of the things she said, it's just kind of scary.
Wait, what she really said was, fuck them kids.
She really did. Okay.
Don't read the comments. I got my own thoughts on this.
She is definitely one of those women whose daughter comes and says, my mom's boyfriend doing something, and she will believe her man over the kid.
No. Here's the thing.
Oh,
and when I saw this clip, it was very clear to me.
Oh, wait. Because one thing she said that we didn't have in here.
Yes.
She said we can make another kid.
No, she said that. I heard that.
As if we can't get another husband. Keep going.
Okay. So her saying this response was very telling because when I heard it, bitch, I agreed just a little bit to the sentiment that I do not have the biological connection to a child. She spoke about this as a motherless woman. Or a childless woman, I'm sorry. She spoke of this as a childless woman, someone who probably has not grown whatever connection it is to being a mom and a mother to children. She spoke of it as men are probably her universe, which a lot of men are to women.
By the way, we still want to talk with you, Dr. Sarah.
Sure. Would love to have you on. I also think this sounds very much like this is my answer because there's the long drawn hypothetical of when you cook a meal, who gets fed first? Your kids or your husband? To me, though,
I think you should feed your husband first.
You feed your husband first. So to me, as someone maybe with no kids, if she has kids, bitch, come on and tell me how you have a child and you came up to this. But to me, this sounds a lot like I'm gonna feed my husband first, then the kids. This sounds like I'm gonna save my husband for the kids.
So as far as feeding first, right? I understand. My mom was a housewife and my dad is not a controlling man. You know my dad. He's not a get the dinner. Nothing in him is like that. But I understood why we prioritized daddy because he worked all day.
Okay.
So it's like when my dad was coming home in this family dynamic, right? Maybe in some that doesn't work. But yeah, like I would help my mom set the table. My dad sits at the head of the table and she would serve his food.
To me, though, that's the thing. Your mom was a housewife. Your dad provided, paid all the bills. To me, there's no way.
You saying that nigga need to be.
To me, there's no way a woman who splits 50-50 has that same conscience to feed. You know what I mean?
I think the 50-50 conversation is an interesting one because for some reason we place monetary value on gender roles. I really do think, heart of hearts, there's nothing wrong with, even if you're 50-50, and you want to serve, if you cooking the meal, if my man is cooking for me, he's probably going to serve me before the kids, right? Like, I'm going to expect you put the plate down in front of me first.
In front of the adult. Them kids don't even eat as much. The little bastards.
Right.
Sorry.
But
the blessings. That was the wrong B word. The blessings.
I will say what was disappointing, she said my child's father
instead of husband. She labeled him like a baby daddy.
She did. I think that was just interesting because I was just like, okay, I even get the biblical sense of husband, but if I had to save anyone, 2 people in the street, I'm going to pick the youngest.
Can I tell you?
I'm going to pick the youngest person. If I don't know you, if I got one hand to pull you up from a mountain, I'm probably going to pick the youngest.
So I don't even like kids like that.
You've lived your life, nigga.
The reason why I probably would go with the kids is because you paid for this trip. I know you did because you the husband. You didn't get us the premium VIP tickets to where we get the lifeboats. It made me think of Titanic. Like, you know how Titanic,
Mandy,
it was the one. Shut the fuck up.
Our word right now.
I don't give a fuck. You know how it was like women and children, but it was really the upper class people who got the boats first?
Yeah, I just watched it on a plane.
Your raggedy ass got us basics that we're now in the water drowning.
But you know what else is even crazier?
I'm saving the children.
I'm not going to hold you. The nigga got too much pressure. Now, my kid do got to come out and be Albert Einstein, but fuck it, right?
Okay.
That nigga, one day, 5 years later, y'all go, maybe you get pregnant again, whatever. He gonna see a bitch that look good. And you could have had your baby back.
Wait, you know what? Can I ask you a problematic?
Niggas got flaws,
Can I ask you now a problematic question?
What?
Okay, this is real problematic. Y'all don't cancel me for this question.
Oh my God.
So, you and your partner really love each other. The boat is sinking. And your kid is bad as fuck. And you feel like,
no,
your kid he just a fucked up kid. Like, you know when kids are bad as fuck, or maybe your kid ugly. And you're like, we gonna try again on this. And this one, like, what if you really love your partner and your kid is like, we need a do-over anyway?
What did you think I was gonna say? You know what, Mandy? Yeah. Drown him. Drown him.
Not drown him.
And then, that way, I don't have to pay for extra tutoring anymore.
You know what I mean? I'm
yes,
just saying.
Drown him. Sure. And our topic today is the history of blowjobs so you don't have kids.
That is crazy. That's right. Swallow, don't spit. Sorry, back to decisions. This is not horrible decisions. If you want that, please join us on Patreon. Patreon.com.
This is the safest way to kill kids is swallow them. So, the history of the blowjob is an interesting one. The first time...
There's no way there's real history on this.
Well, it's just, however it's accounted in time. This shit is crazy. The first documented blowjob
was when?
Was when a person was resurrected.
Wait. A nigga died, came back to life, and they got him. Bitch, you lying.
The Egyptian god king Osiris.
I knew it was Egypt.
It always is. And his sister turned wife, Isis. Osiris and Isis. So his sister, he was murdered, chopped up into pieces by his brother. His wife, Isis, put his body back together, but unfortunately couldn't find the penis. So what did she do? She crafted a makeshift dick out of clay, stuck it into his crotch, blew it, and molded it with her mouth by sucking his clay penis. This is documented. I am not making this shit up.
Wait, so she was sucking clay?
Yes, and this is on
Bitch, I don't even want to suck a condom.
Bro, this
bitch was sucking mud over a dick?
It's called the Osiris myth. You can look it up. She restored him.
The Osiris myth. So it could be fake. It's a myth.
Oh, I mean, it's the first documented though.
Okay.
So yeah. Basically anything documented could be a myth. But they're just saying it was really documented.
You know what?
So another interesting thing about the history of the blowjob, right? It used to be used. Oops, sorry, I just skipped it. The term was referred to fellatio at first, and we knew that the Greeks come up with all these words. Latin means to suck. However, Shakespeare said that to blow meant the orgasm. So an orgasm makes you. That was a Shakespearean term. And then the term blowjob became something from...
Because it's work. The job was easy. That
Well,
was the easy
Shakespeare.
part. Bitch, I'm tired. Where am I getting paid for
I'm not
this?
gonna hold you. It's one of the most exhausting things. Enjoyable, exhausting.
No, you know what's crazy? It's not that tiring. And what's also, can I ask you a question about this? Speaking of blowjobs and the history of it, not that it's a hypothetical, but apparently I gave head so good
You
that
got flowers today?
that not only that, he told me he judged me a bit.
Oh, bitch, you can't. You got to
No.
get a C. That's what Vinny do. He said, I'll never give grade AD.
No, but mind you, he talked to his friend about it because he felt a way that I sucked his dick so good. Like, where did she learn this? And his friend had to be like,
From stuck another dick.
bitch, she's almost a decade older than you. Get with the fucking program.
Oh, wait,
program.
your man.
My man literally said when the first time I sucked his dick, he got mad at me a little bit because he didn't know why it was so good.
Girl, I want to know what his ex-girlfriends was looking like and what they was doing.
I do know, because we talked about it, that they're both black, darker skin, and thin. So when I be throwing it back, I make sure, yeah, it's like this, huh? But yeah,
Oh, that's why he acting like this.
but you know,
He ain't never had no country booty before.
not no country booty, no.
Okay, so the blowjobs in ancient Rome was a horrible thing. It's even worse than anal sex. And for ancient Romans, anal sex was an unforgivable vice. However, it was totally fine to receive a blowjob. For a petty crime, it was often solved with forceful blowjobs. So imagine
Wait. Explain this to me. What?
So anal sex was something that was like forbidden, but they would use blowjobs as a punishment. So for example, if you're an ancient
How is
Rome-
that a punishment for any man? A blowjob is
it's
not a
degrading.
punishment.
So you own an onion field, so many onions, and a peasant runs through your field and steals the onions. This is documented. Instead of gouging his eyes out or having his arm chopped off,
He would get his dick sucked.
that's a punishment.
Girl,
If that ain't
you know what's
sadistic-
crazy? No. Man made that rule.
Oh yeah.
Made women feel bad for even giving it like, oh, this is only for criminals.
And
It said, if I commit a crime, you gotta
Ego.
suck my dick. Oh, for sure.
straight men did it. In the times of Plato and Socrates, blowjobs were artificially called playing the flute. And so Grecians lifted up their togas for someone to come and play their flute. And it was very
Yeah.
common for oral sex to be exchanged between men, generally someone of power and someone who doesn't have any. Now, in the 19th century, it could get you fucking executed.
Blowjobs could get you executed.
Yes. It says that the history of church going, people believed it was something that couldn't be done for procreation. And
I ain't gonna hold you. Let me tell you. I know I've been, here we go. You got to hear me still talk about the past me. So my Nigerian that I used to be with back in the day, if y'all listen to old episodes, y'all will hear about my Nigerian. He would not do anything sexually except for missionary. But he would not let me suck his dick because he thought it was one of the most degrading, disrespectful things for women to do. And he would not fuck me from the back because he believed that
was
during
gay.
sex, we had to look at each other. No, he never even tried anal sex. He wanted to be able to look at me while we were having sex. And he never let me suck his dick. It was the easiest trick I ever had.
These aren't the burner boy Nigerians.
No. By the way, I ain't gonna hold you.
Them.
Chloe is making me believe Burna Boy got it down to his ankle. And I would just like to see it.
She just looks high the whole time.
That's fine. So that means you have good weed and good dick.
Did you see the Breakfast Club interview?
With
I just want to say, we love you, Aunt. Thank you for this book. When Charlamagne don't want to press nobody because he fuck with you, he will not press nobody. Lauren, wow. You did not see this clip of Chloe.
No.
So
Oh wait, I did see
and
it.
Lauren's like, oh, what about that? What about? I mean, that was journalism, honey. And Charlamagne was just sitting there, but you know, if he wants some tea, he gonna get.
He gonna get it.
He was just like, no. Is it because they're cousins? Someone said, or that was just
Who's
like,
cousins?
I don't know. But you know, Black Effect, we call each other cousins, so I don't know if that was just a thing. But Chloe had dodged those questions. That's the media training I want in life. Let's just say 20 years from now, I'm sitting down with an interview. David Letterman's still alive, and he goes, "Hey."
You know what's crazy? He's like Samuel L. Jackson. That's the white Samuel L. Jackson.
He looked the same the whole
David
time.
Letterman has looked old as fuck since I've known David Letterman. And that's Samuel L. Jackson.
I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna
crazy.
do. This is Chloe Bailey training that I'm gonna take into effect. Dave Letterman's gonna sit with me, be old, and be like, "So, everyone used to say you and Mandii, you changed the world, but you guys never got along. can you tell me about that? And I'm going to say, we had a great run together. We changed lives. We had a book.
Why you can't say that now if you know how to answer it now, pussy asshole?
Bitch, I don't know the training.
It doesn't matter. You're saying it right now.
Nobody else do that.
Whatever you think you know how to motherfucker say it now.
I'll be dodging it.
I need media training, so 20 years from now, I can clean this shit up. What? Bitch, you just answered it with your
Because honestly, I really feel like people really don't fuck with me like that in the interview. Like, they just, that to me is kind of like a shitty question. Like today, if I went on a platform and when we're doing book interviews, if someone does that, I just kind of feel like you're doing too much.
I ain't gonna hold you.
You know how revolutionary this is?
When we sit down, we want to ask the mess.
I don't give a fuck.
Okay.
Don't ask me no goddamn mess hoe. And that's PR training. Because I'm going to tell you, Tyler's team said, don't ask her if she's black.
Well, you know what?
And he didn't read the paper.
Ask me the messy shit. Because I love to be a little petty.
What you gonna say?
Depending on what the fuck money in my account, it depends how much petty I'm finna be. Baby, don't let me just got a deposit.
Don't bring it up.
I'm petty.
All right.
I ain't finna bring it up.
Don't bring it up, courthouse Mandii.
Oh, can't wait till court is over. Oh, bitch, I might come in here singing the hymns. Bitch, it's giving. I won. Hallelujah.
Put a camera in there like Aesop. I'm thinking about the soap.
Oh, no, I'm not gonna lie. My homegirl said, bitch, you want me to show up with you so you could jump into my arms after that shit like ASAP did Rihanna?
Is it gonna be solved the same day?
Do it. Yeah, it's gonna be solved the same day. Bitch, it ain't trial to civil suit. Oh.
Do you have to show up?
Bitch, give us one more fucking act and let's get the fuck out of here.
Okay. Since y'all know we teaching history now. Okay. So blowjobs and religion. In the Dark Ages, the severity of medieval churches created an era that some few would describe as fun because everything was jail, behead you, whatever. So going down on someone in the medieval era, 15 years of jail. The same sentence you'd get for committing murders if you sucked a dick. However, in ancient India, fellatio was ritualized. The original Sanskrit version of Kama Sutra has an entire chapter to the art of blowjobs that said it was close to godliness. So, one side of the world and one side of the world looking at shit different.
I like really doing the fellatio.
We know.
I would risk the 15 years. I would risk it because then you could get fellatio in jail too.
Wait, not this jail.
It's gonna be woman, and then
it's the Dark Ages. But you barely fucking had showers, bitch.
Then you got male like the COs. You got dick and vagina. You gonna get
they have medieval COs, bitch.
They got COs been a thing. They like prostitutes. COs been around since the beginning of prison times. As soon as there was a prison, there was a CO.
You know, you do it. I feel like you just want to pay back your time for the CO saving you with the phone.
Shout out to the CO.
Wait, were you with your ex when this happened?
I was, and I was mad because I'm like, nigga, you in the system. You was a firefighter. Get me out of here. I was in there way too long, bitch. I was like, you ain't got that pull. I thought you was
white collar, blue collar, red.
Get your, come on. God damn it.
Don't you know somebody in here?
Literally.
Bro, I'm going to tell you right now. If I go to jail in the next few years, which I probably will because I'd be ready to fight, I just feel like that I'm going to get in there for something scrappy. And the second I'm in there, they're going to have this video footage of me getting in a fight at last lap or some shit. And I'm going to be like, I don't understand why I'm still here. I told you guys to take the money out of my account. Like, why am I here? I'm going full white woman. The box braid will be hanging by a thread, and I'm going to be like, I don't get it. I don't belong in there.
Oh my God.
What?
Oh my God.
Tell me the half eight coming out. I will turn into Drake on a Kendrick bitch. Sue down.
Anywho, y'all, we are going to go ahead and get out of here. But before we do, we want to leave y'all with a few little announcements because we booked in busy. Cousins. Everyone who listens to this pod and any of the other Black Effect podcasts, we are hosting, baby. The host. That's right. No live show, but we
12 to 8.
We are with you all day at the 3rd annual Black Effect Festival here in Atlanta, Georgia. I was about to say August, bitch. I'm jumping ahead. April 26th at the Pullman Yards. Y'all can see Run It Down, Weezy.
Trap Nerds, Good Moms, Bad Choices, Naked with Carrie Champion, Sarah Jakes Roberts, R&B Money
There
Tank,
we go.
and
us,
Charlemagne.
Also DJ'd by my good friend DJ Louis V. We're really excited to see y'all there. And we will have some opportunities for you guys to pre-order our book, No Holds Barred, if you haven't yet. And we have some really cute things if you choose to pre-order it at the Black Effect Festival. So make sure you get your tickets now and go to blackeffect.com/podcast festival. Again, make sure you get No Holds Barred, a dual manifesto of sexual exploration and power, available now wherever you get books.
Off, I'll say it too.
And then if you guys want bonus content, make sure you join us on the Patreon. That's patreon.com/horrible decisions.
Because when your ex-boyfriend writes you back about that
Bitch,
motherfucking email,
I can't believe you made me
let's
put
put
it
it on
on a
Patreon.
regular episode.
We can cut it and put it right on the motherfucking Patreon. They deserve that. Okay.
We're going to keep it here for the horror high.
Well, her pettiness is really hurting her
because
numbers.
a bitch got a deposit, okay? Ew. Anyways, thank you guys so much for tuning in. It's another episode of Decisions. See you next week. Bye. If you are a patron member, that's right, go on over to patreon.com/horrible decisions. That's where you can get all of the X-rated, raunchy discussions about sex. Welcome everybody to another episode of Horrible Decisions. I'm your girl, Mandii B, aka Not Peg the Stallion, and we'll talk about that in a little bit.
Hey y'all, I'm Weezy. If you haven't already, you've probably heard our spiel. We really want to be New York Times bestsellers. Go out there, pre-order No Holds Barred. It's super juicy, it's super sexy, and we're also going to be making some announcements, so hold on to your receipt because we'll be sending you something.
That's right. And today, we are joined by two very special guests, and I'm really excited to have the conversation we have today. We will answer all the questions you bitches have had over the last few years, goddammit. So we have Jazz, a.k.a. Miss Sin Fuck the MILF. Something like that. Your favorite MILF. Just fuck the MILF. Miss Sin, your favorite MILF, yes. Which I'm really excited because I don't think we've had one woman yet identify as a MILF on this goddamn pod.
That is not true.
Who? I mean, they probably
We've had
are
good
MILFs.
moms, bad choices.
No, they probably are MILFs, but they don't say I'm a MILF.
Oh, see, to me, MILF is an embodiment.
MILF is already
like,
yes.
I don't need to scream to you, I'm a bad bitch.
But
you know.
But someone actually identifying and calling themselves a MILF is a little different. And I had your name that I wanted to introduce you as, and then you just told me another name. So go ahead and introduce yourself.
What's up, y'all? I'm Quality Filth.
There we go. Quality Filth.
How did the three of you guys know each other?
Well, we're all doing, by the way, Choco Bliss is taking me to Jamaica.
Yes.
We're doing hedonism. Y'all already know. We do have a decent size membership of the Horror Hive already attending.
Yes.
I was telling them how we just got cursed out during the town hall where she was like, bitch, who coming to hedonism? So we're really excited because... No.
Oh, it was another
on town hall.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, well, we know that y'all are in Brooklyn. I said, y'all got to pull up so we can talk about what this trip looks like, but also sex tourism as a whole.
So do you guys throw Chocolate Bliss? What brings the three of you together?
Yes, so Frandy created Choco Bliss. We're going into our third year right now, and what better way to kick off our third year, which is going to be our biggest and best to date, by bringing Mandii in to...
Nice.
She embodies the brand and the vibe of Choco Bliss perfectly, so we wanted to partner with her.
I'm also really excited too because Sir Marvelous will also be there, right?
He won't be at ours, but we could get into...
Yeah, he's going to be there in town.
Yes.
We're working on an event together.
Yeah.
Because I know that I'm going to have to be doing some installations. And so we're trying to curate something that we'll be bringing to you. So it's going to be a good time.
I'm excited.
So yeah, tell me, because I want to know. So when I see a flyer go up, I'm like, okay, it's a fucking weekend in Jamaica. Tell me what Choco Bliss is.
So Choco Bliss is a brand for group travel for professionals that like to travel, have a good time, and in a judgment-free environment. So that's essentially what Choco Bliss is. We started 3 years ago at Hedo, and it was 55 of us. From that year, the following year, it was 130 of us.
How do you get everybody together?
So we have a Facebook group, and everybody kind of gets acquainted in the Facebook group, and it grows through word of mouth. And we're one of the biggest Black groups at hedonism. So
not the big Black Hedo.
So that automatically, like, word gets around and that draws people to us.
So
And you've been doing travel for like a decade.
Yes, so I've been traveling to Hito for about 10 years.
Wow, girl, that's a
And
lot.
in like a full circle moment, my first Hito trip was through a group trip being promoted in one of Frandy's, Quality's 50 million Facebook groups, because he's got a ton of them. So if you're in a group on Facebook, you're probably in one of his groups.
Have you done like solo Hito?
I've not done solo trips to Hito without being in a group.
Oh, but
because-
like you've gone by yourself, but being a part of a group.
Yes.
Okay,
Going
yeah,
by
yeah.
myself
That's solo
as
to
part
me.
of the group.
Yeah.
If I know a
So
nigga there and I came along,
our trip is primarily comprised of singles, which being a lot of people in the lifestyle are typically assume that it's couples going.
Yep.
And while we do have couples on the trip, vast majority of everybody on our trip is single, which makes it great because you literally are going to a playground of just hedonistic fun.
well, I'm glad Mandy brought you guys to talk about what it's like to go to Hito with a group, because when we went, it was our first time. It was your first time?
It was my
too?
second time.
Okay. So it was our first time going, like as, a brand, and me going with a group like ever. I've never done a travel group together. And I thought it was dope because like,